Why is Andalusia the best part of Spain?
For the people, the best people of the Spain, friendly people, good food, good weather, a little bit warm in the summer, but I like my region.
Ben, how's life looks with the red jersey, leader jersey?
It feels good. I think it looks good as well. So hopefully I can wear it for quite a few days to come.
How many pictures have you taken yourself with the red jersey?
I'm not that vain. I've taken 3, so it's not so bad. But we've got a nice group photo together, and I think it's something that is new to this team. It's new to me as well, so it's going to be an experience over these next few days, I guess. So hopefully today comes out all right, not too much trouble, and can tackle next pretty hard finishes.
After a few years at the highest level, does it feel like a reward, this red jersey?
Yeah, I think that this is probably the most. Yesterday's win was the most enjoyable and probably the biggest reward in the end. I think you are right. I've been 4th before in the tour, and that's more shocking, I feel. Whereas this one I have a lot more pleasure coming out of it, and to wear a leader's jersey also is. It's rare, it doesn't happen very often. Many great guys don't actually have that opportunity, so yeah, I'm going to try and seize it.
How are you planning to defend this red jersey from now on?
Riding full to the finish line on every mountaintop. I think tactically it might get a little tricky in the second week. If I still have the jersey by then, who knows, but in the end, it doesn't really change how I'm going to be approaching races, to be honest, because I still have to do my own thing. I know what my strengths are, and in the end, it's the quickest to the finish line at the end.
When you set off yesterday, what were you thinking about? What was the plan when you started from the Carrefour supermarket?
I actually really wanted to win yesterday. I didn't really think much about GC. Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have attacked. I kind of just said screw it. I want to give it a try. I've had a pretty good start of the season, and I just thought I may as well just throw caution to the wind and just try. I didn't do any of that in the Giro, and I kind of regretted it. So having this opportunity now to kind of test a little bit and then be let go, it was It didn't look like a good move actually once we got to the top of the climb. But then when the gap just ballooned out, it was the perfect chance.
And then GC started to come into your head as well. I guess the directors were telling you, hey, look, Ben, this is a good gap.
Yeah, I mean, at first it was always focus and ride for the win. It wasn't really ride for GC, but and that was actually the main thing I thought when I went away with Lemreza, because it was the best way to get in front and minimise the guys next to you is to get in front of them.
Ben, speaking to various guys. Ben, speaking to a few guys over the last few hours, they've said Ben is amazing when he rides aggressively. Now, well, on paper, it seems as though you have to ride conservatively. Is that how you see it? You're going to have to be conservative?
Yeah, I guess, but everyone else has to be aggressive nonetheless, so I'll just be the one, I guess, on the wheel, hopefully, and try and hold on. So I guess yesterday was like the kind of perfect situation for me, and we know how it goes on mountaintops. It's the same scenario, strongest guy gets through, or maybe you can play some tactical genius kind of thing, but in the end, mountaintops are mountaintops, and you just have to get to the top quicker than the other guy.
Kian, how's this Vuelta España treating you? We've had some kind of crazy racing in these past few days.
It has been really hot. Temperatures are really high, and I think everybody feels that, and that limits also a bit the recovery. There were some easier stages in between, but now yesterday was a really tough one from the beginning, let's say, so the race is really starting.
What's different riding in Visma versus what you had last year?
Different. Let's say the approach towards the race already, the training camps and the nutrition-wise, that's a complete different thing. But also like the way how we race is like, we make basically a really big plan for every day. How we're gonna handle it. We analyze everything a little bit more. So and we also try to stick to the plan. So yeah, that's a bit the difference.
And looking back at your old team, Red Bull, what were they thinking yesterday? What were they doing?
Of yesterday, you mean? Yeah, they had for sure Lipovic in the break.
He's no Primoz.
Exactly, that's the difference. So it was for sure a smart move to have somebody in. But then the thing is also, once an O'Connor goes away from him and they see he is not able to be in red and take also those 6-minute advantage, then it's maybe smarter to pull, let's say, and because now, they have O'Connor 5 minutes or something in front, and this is, in my opinion, a really tricky situation for the victory. For a top 10 or something, it's somebody who takes advantage, and there is maybe one spot less. Maybe he has also a bad day, but for the victory, in my opinion, like O'Connor is not nobody, so it's risky, in my opinion, what they did.
What's the odds, in your opinion, of Ben O'Connor winning this Vuelta at this point?
What is that?
What are the odds? What's the percentage you'd give Ben O'Connor of winning the Vuelta at this point?
It's a difficult one, because there is still really a lot of coming. And on one side, 5 minutes is really a lot. On the other side is you completely explode. But I would give it 65%. And that's a lot. 2 weeks from Madrid.
Oh, what do you have to say? Can you just give a comment on your countryman's ride yesterday, Ben O'Connor?
Yeah, he was really strong. It was a good ride.
It's a darn good ride, and also with the strong GC teams behind, adding time on that final climb. How did that happen, do you think?
Looking at the footage, I don't think anyone really chased. That's really what it comes down to. I think, a bunch of teams sort of snookered themselves a little bit. But, now he's got a 5-minute gap and it's got to come down somehow.
That's not to say Ben got it for free when you say the teams didn't chase, but I think it's that the teams didn't chase together, working together as a unit.
I think, we came to the front, then Bora came to the front, Bahrain came to the front. It was, uncoordinated, but... he went. I think he went when we had 4 minutes, and continued to put another 2 minutes into the group, basically solo. He's no slouch, and on terrain like that, it's
Jay, what do you have to say now? I mean, your man, João Almeida, was second overall. Now he's third overall, and you guys are here to try to win this darn race. So what happens?
What do you mean? What happened?
What happens now? What do the teams do now? And how much of a threat is Ben O'Connor?
We have to get time back. Today's probably not the day to do it. One climb, 15 k's from the finish. But stage 8, stage 9, they're both really hard, and there's still 13 days to go. And João's got a really good TT on him as well. So there's probably another 30-40 seconds there in Madrid, so there's still a long way to Madrid, and we've got to take time somewhere.
But he's a serious threat with a nearly 5-minute advantage.
He's come fourth in 2 Grand Tours already, so I'd say so.
It's more exciting when there's also action possible during the race, and today it's hard to know what we can expect, and it's challenging.
Who do you think are going to be your rivals for this victory today? Because we also have fast men here, sprinters that could climb well, and we have that last climb very close to the finish, and also maybe riders in the breakaway. So who do you think are going to be the rivals to beat?
For sure, at first is our goal to make it a sprint, to create an opportunity for me again to go for the victory, and if we succeed on that, it might be a sprint with all the competitors as before, because I think all the sprinters that are here climb quite well. But maybe it will be also more difficult to beat types like Narvaez or Corbin Strong, who are rather small and they go uphill really good. So it will be interesting. But our goal is to make it a sprint first and to don't give a chance to attackers.
Luis Angel, what are we looking forward to today? After everything changed up yesterday, How do riders face today?
Yesterday was crazy. I said before that this was one of the most hardest and tactical stages at the Vuelta, and maybe the most decisive for the final result. Today is different, it's more flat. Be quiet with the wind because it's a dangerous area also for the crosswind. The last climb is steep but short, and also I think one of the most important parts of the day is the downhill is really technical. If you remember the year of Sagan win with 4 Liquigas and Lastras, it's the same downhill. Yeah, I think Jumbo, Israel and Alpecin want to control for the sprint, but it's not easy.
Were you surprised with the GC teams yesterday, Red Bull especially, and the way they didn't really control Ben O'Connor, who we know is a GC rider, who's finished 4th in the Tour de France?
Yeah, for me it was a big surprise because I don't know now. Now it's really difficult. 5 minutes with one rider like O'Connor is not easy. I don't really understand the tactical of Red Bull, but yeah, maybe they know. I don't know.
Yeah, what's your take? What do you think will happen with Ben O'Connor?
I think now, for me, it's the number one of the favorites for take the Vuelta. For sure, a lot of stage already, a lot of mountain, but it's Ben O'Connor. He have also a really, really big and strong team, and for me, for the moment, is the favorite.
Why is Andalusia the best part of Spain?
For the people, the best people of the Spain, friendly people, good food, good weather, a little bit warm in the summer, but I like my region.
Yeah, what was going on with Ben O'Connor? I mean, was there the sense, I mean, you guys aren't here for to watch Ben O'Connor, but I mean, was there the sense that he was a big danger man in that move?
Yeah, of course, it was a big danger for that move. I think in the back was for sure was not up to us as a team to control Ben O'Connor. Other teams play I think they gamble a bit, they play the game a bit, and then they found a super Ben in the front, and that's it. I think.
What do you think about Florian Lipovets in the group? What was he doing?
I mean, he was good there. He was, of course, he's a strong guy. To let Ben going like this was probably the mistake. I feel from outside they did. But of course, every team play his games and his tactics, and they play like this.
Yesterday's ride, I think, gives all the escapees hope that there's a possibility of winning from an escape, and I think today probably suits the escapes again. What is today's stage like for you guys? What's the plan? Or is there a possibility to have a sprint with Corbin Strong?
I think today is more suitable. Of course, can be a good breakaway day, but we will give, I believe, a possibility to Corbin. He shows that he's strong. He's there. He was always top 5 in the sprint. So we trust him, and it can be good.
Just finally, who do you think will win the Vuelta a España now?
I don't know.
Would you get more money on O'Connor or Roglic?
At this point, I would put some euros on Ben.
It's never good to see other guys go down, and I was the first one down, so. But yeah, at the end, it's like, I don't know if I did anything. There wasn't anything. It's not like I was coming in the inside of guys. It was obviously I didn't intend to crash anyone. But yeah, when you're the first one down, it's never a good feeling. So yeah.
Where does this put you now in this race where you were trying to do GC and maybe not anymore, or what are the plans?
Yeah, there's still a lot of hard days left, so hopefully I can, recover a bit, feel better, and yeah, there are plenty more opportunities to try something. So yeah.
And despite the crash, are you still enjoying being at a Vuelta?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm okay. Yeah, good. Not too bad.
You said you took others down with you. I didn't see the images of the crash when you went down.
Yeah, I was definitely the first one down. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't come up under anyone. I didn't obviously intend to crash anyone. But at the same time, when you're the first one down, you never feel good about it. But yeah, I'm just glad I'm okay. Glad everyone else is okay, and yeah.
I think you still have the strength to do again what you did the other day in stage 4. I mean, how's the body?
Yeah, I think the body's okay. I don't know. You never know really until you get out and start pedaling. But I feel okay.
Cycling's a brutal sport. This underlines it.
Yeah, for sure. These things happen in cycling, and I think that's why it's such a hard sport.
Riccitello, Riccitello.
Riccitello, but I'm not upset with anyone that pronounces it a different way.
What did you think of yesterday's racing? I think for fans at home, that was some good stuff. For some of the GC guys, they may be scratching their head at what happens now with Ben O'Connor.
Yeah, I mean, it was really tough racing, and you need to take your hat off for Ben. I think he wasn't giving anything for free yesterday. We actually rode probably behind, and yeah, it was just impressive what he did.
What do the teams do now? I mean, Lidl Trek is not too much of they don't have to worry as much as some of the other teams that are higher placed, but your team needs to do some work as well. What happens in these next days?
I think it's not up to us, you know. If we are 10th or 8th, it's not that big of a deal, but I think a lot of guys, if they're 4th or 3rd, is quite big a problem, and 5 minutes it's a lot of time to Ben, or to a guy like Ben. He's 4th now both in the Tour and in the Giro, so I would be worried.
Well then, what the heck was happening yesterday back there in the group? Why the heck did they allow Ben O'Connor to have so much time?
I don't, like I said before, he wasn't allowed anything. It was just proper riding from him, you know. Or maybe he was allowed a little bit, but for sure not 5 minutes. We actually tried and rode super hard in the back, and yeah, just hats off because he just kept the gap or even gained on us.
This is what we love about cycling, and also one of the oddities too, how one man can foil teams who can never seem to get it together and cooperate.
Yeah, I think it's nice. It will make the race a lot more interesting for the fans, I think. You know, it will be a lot more aggressive now from the big favorites, and I think that's great for the sport.
Ben is an emotional rider. He maybe would have not have felt the best in the opening stages. I'm quite sure he didn't lose 2 minutes on purpose. But he's now in the leader jersey, and an emotional rider with the leader jersey will rise above himself.
An emotional rider, and in the Tour de France, you spoke to us and other people about, well, you thought there were hormonal changes after you became a father. Ben's in the same position.
So yeah, maybe that's he has the same powers or the same hormones driving into that incredible victory. I have to say it was incredible. I was in the main bunch after that, and we were, let's say, the first 2 minutes they got a bit for free, but afterwards I think there was a bit of panic in the peloton, and they were riding, and maybe on television it looked like he got 6 minutes, or I don't know how much he had in the end for free, but it was not like that. The peloton was driving, going hard. Maybe the leaders had something left in the tank.
But what about the O'Connor situation? Are you happy that he's now 5 minutes ahead?
Yeah, of course I'm not happy, but yeah, I think everybody had to work together, not like all did. One now, one another time. So yeah, but cycling is like this, no? Sometimes we don't have a good communication between the teams, and this happens.
Do you worry that Ben O'Connor is going to take one of the spots on the podium that you might want?
He's a good rider, no? But I think we are only stage 7 of Vuelta. I think it's the hardest Grand Tour this year. So yeah, I'm afraid, but on the same moment, I believe in me.
How are you feeling before the weekend?
Yeah, good, really good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for talking.